Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Bank of the Ozarks, as you can see on the graphics that are beside me, is the largest bank that is headquartered in Arkansas. And as governor, it means a lot to have a headquarters of a major company in your state. Today, I'm pleased to announce that the Bank of Ozarks plan to build a new 247,000 square foot corporate headquarters in Little Rock. This means a long-term commitment of one of our key financial institutions, one of our great assets. It means a long-term commitment of the Bank of Ozarks to this state. This new headquarters will be home up to 900 high-paid employees and executives. If you look at the Bank of Ozarks, in July of 1997, Bank of Ozarks had 138 employees. This year, they have almost 2,500 employees. $20 billion in assets with 252 offices in 9 states. And let me tell you, whenever you have offices in 9 states, that means there's 9 states that want you to have their headquarters there. So, George, thank you for your continued commitment to this state. And now I want to introduce George Gleason, who's been a longtime friend of mine, but more importantly, an entrepreneur, a banker, a leading citizen, and a very generous donor and supporter of so many charity causes here in Arkansas. He has been CEO for the Bank of Ozarks for 38 years. He is an art collector. He's generous with his assets and generous with the community. I've known him since he was a small-town banker. Is that fair to say? Very fair. Small-town banker in Ozark, Arkansas. He and I got to know each other, I guess that's close to 40 years ago. But I've watched the Bank of Ozarks blossom under his leadership, not only here in the state of Arkansas, but become a dynamo across the country. And we're very thrilled to have its continued presence and investment for Arkansas's future and the future of the Bank of Ozarks right here in Little Rock. With that, please welcome George Gleason.
Thank you, Governor, for that wonderful introduction, and especially for the opportunity to be here today and celebrate this great occasion in the great state of Arkansas. We're so pleased to see so many of our city and state officials here to share this good news, which is good news not only for Bank of the Ozarks, but I think good news for the city of Little Rock and the state of Arkansas and the Arkansas economy. It is a great pleasure and an honor to be here to introduce and announce this new corporate headquarters, which we plan to build on a site that we've acquired at the ranch located on Highway 10 in West Little Rock. This will be our 4th corporate headquarters in Little Rock since 1995, and we have great plans to stay put for a while at this site. Having outgrown 3 previous corporate headquarters, we have acquired a 44-acre tract at the ranch, which will allow us to grow and expand as needed for many, many years to come. So we think this is the first building in what will ultimately grow into a significant corporate campus at the ranch site. We expect this to be a long-term commitment, as the governor said, not only to Arkansas, but also to this site. You know, it's no secret that bankers like numbers, and I'm going to talk about some numbers today, but before I do that, I want to talk about people. People are the reason that we are here today. On March 6 of 1979, when I became the chairman and chief executive officer of Bank of the Ozarks, our people numbered 27. I was employee number 28. And as the governor mentioned, we've grown a lot, and today Bank of the Ozarks has about 2,477 people working in 252 offices, literally coast to coast, doing business across the United States. And more than 1,000 of those people are in our 84 Arkansas offices. And we're very thankful, Governor, for that and very proud of that. When our new headquarters is completed, which we think will be in late 2019 or early 2020, we project we'll have about 500 people move into that building initially, working at that single location. And we anticipate that that number will continue to grow as our company grows and expands in Arkansas and in new markets across the United States. Our growth is clearly driven by our people and the skill and the dedication of our people. So we work really hard to hire highly skilled, highly dedicated people who are willing to work hard and who strive for excellence every day in everything they do. I tell anyone that will listen that we are a company of people, serving people by helping each of them every day achieve their individual financial goals. In March of 1979, our total assets were $28 million, making us at the time one of the state's smallest banks. In my very first meeting on the day I became chairman CEO, I assembled our 27 employees and I told them that we would probably never be Arkansas's largest bank, but if we worked hard and all strived to do our very best every day, we could aspire to be Arkansas's best bank. And I've held out that standard of perfection, and its constant pursuit of perfection and excellence every day is a hallmark for our company to pursue. And that includes pursuing our customers' financial well-being, demonstrating professionalism in everything we do, and most importantly, always adhering to the highest standards of ethics and integrity in every action that we take. People for striving for excellence in all we do every day, that is what has brought us here today. And I will tell you that the character and the quality of our Arkansas workforce has been critical to us being here today. Our people have made it possible for our company to grow, and as the governor acknowledged, based on our most recent quarter-end results, to become the state's largest bank. And moreover, our bank has grown nationally. We are the 56th largest U.S. bank in the United States, and we are the 33rd most profitable bank in the United States. We have also been named the best performing bank in the nation in our size group each of the last 7 years in a row. With numbers like those, I recognize it sounds like an understatement when I say I am pleased with our progress to date. We have a lot of people doing great things, and we're very proud of what they've accomplished. But what matters most and what will keep us growing is focusing on what we do for the next customer and the next customer and the next customer after that. And that's why I'm so pleased to be here today to formally announce this new corporate headquarters. This new facility will bring together people that we now have in 3 locations, and by the time we move into the building, we'll probably be in 4 or 5 locations. It's designed for efficiency, it's designed for high performance, and designed to facilitate the continued growth in our company as we strive for excellence and perfection. It's no secret, as the governor said, that cities and states across the country compete for investments and jobs, and particularly corporate headquarters, which are a very attractive economic development target. And we certainly had opportunities and interest from elsewhere, but we're very pleased for the many benefits our headquarters location here in Little Rock in the state of Arkansas will afford us, and very excited to be here and to be able to continue to be based in Arkansas. On behalf of all of our 2,477 team members, I want to thank some people who were very important in our decision and the process of us being here today. Their wise counsel and strong support were very essential in us being able to make this announcement a reality, and I want to recognize Ed Willis and the ranch development team who helped us assemble the site acreage for this campus. I want to recognize Jay Cheshire and the Greater Little Rock Chamber of Commerce for their guidance and assistance all along the way. Thank you, Jay. I want to recognize members of our design and construction team, including our architectural firm of Polk Stanley Wilcox, our civil engineering firm of White Daters and Associates, and the valuable assistance from Energy Arkansas and the Arkansas State Highway and Transportation Department. I also want to thank and recognize Commissioner Candace Franks and Deputy Commissioner Susanna Marshall from the Arkansas State Bank Department. We're very proud to be an Arkansas chartered bank. I'm very proud to carry that flag around the country as we do business around the country, and we greatly appreciate the steady hand and wise guidance and oversight that the Arkansas State Bank Department provides us. I also want to recognize Little Rock Mayor Mark Stodola and City Manager Bruce Moore for their wise counsel, support, and cooperation in this effort. The Arkansas Economic Development Commission Executive Director Mike Preston and Deputy Director Dammy Gaines for their tremendous support and guidance and assistance in this. And especially and foremost, our Governor Asa Hutchinson, who has done so many things for Arkansas and who daily demonstrates his personal commitment to providing new opportunities, new jobs, opportunity in the economic arena for the citizens of the state of Arkansas. We greatly appreciate you and greatly appreciate your support for this project. Thank you all for your tremendous help and this wonderful opportunity to be here today, and look forward to building a brighter and growing economic future for so many Arkansans. Thank you.
Well, George, congratulations, and let me say as well to you and your team, they are fantastic to work with. You guys made this a smooth process, and it's not always as such, but you guys were a great team to work for, and we truly appreciate it. You know, when we're out, selling the state all over the country and all over the world, people often ask the governor and I, what is it about Arkansas that you guys are doing so well? How is your economy moving along such a strong pace? And one of the things we can really point to is the diversity in our economy. Look how strong we are in manufacturing, how strong we are in the timber industry and aerospace and aero defense, agriculture, tourism. But everyone better take note. Look what we're doing in financial services right now. This is amazing to see the growth that we've had from Bank of the Ozarks and several other banks based right here in Arkansas. Those cities, Charlotte, Atlanta, St. Louis, those traditional powerhouses in financial services need to be aware of what Arkansas, and more specifically what Little Rock is doing to grow that financial services sector, because we continue to see it. But great opportunity. This is 2 announcements in 1 week of strong Arkansas companies who are committing again to our state. In Bank of the Ozarks, we know that you guys had a decision to make. And I know it because a lot of my counterparts from other cities and other states around the country called me and said, what are you guys doing to keep them? We really want Bank of the Ozarks in our community. And I said, well, they're ours, and we're going to fight hard to keep them, because it's much easier to keep a customer than it is to go out and try to get a new one. So we want to continue to offer that support. So we thank you guys for your decision to stay here. George, I say thank you, congratulations, and we remain committed to your continued success in Arkansas. And that said, Jay Cheshire was a great partner in making this happen, and representing the city of Little Rock, who we couldn't have done this without, is the mayor. Mr. Stodola.
Well, thank you very much, Mike, and George, congratulations. This is a tremendous announcement, not just for the state, obviously for the city of Little Rock as well. And when you talk about competition and you talk about responsibility to the people who are invested in this bank, we all know George is one of the smartest, most brilliant bankers that we've got in the state. And so when he is courted by other cities and other states, you know that the financial analysis has to make sense. And so I am very, very excited that George came to the conclusion that the city of Little Rock is the place for the growth of a national bank such as Bank of the Ozarks. To be 58th in the country, 33rd most profitable, and to be located here is quite a feather, not only in the Bank of the Ozarks cap, but also in the city of Little Rock. And so I wanted to say to those folks in that big state southwest of us with the big D, it's just too bad. We're excited here. We're excited that LR is the one that won out on this issue. You know, as Mike said, you know, banking and financial services is really a tremendous growth factor in our city and in our state. And I, in working not only with Bank of the Ozarks, but with FIS and some of the other institutions that help to support banks, have really been able to see how that growth factor has really benefited the type of jobs that are so critical to the future of the city and to the future of work and actual job definition in the future. And I'm so excited to see that those high quality jobs are going to be recruited by George. Another 800 or 900 of them is going to be great. I hope that his planning is such that he is going to be able to expand that growth without doing what he had to do so far, and that is to cut up his office and cut up his conference room into separate offices to handle the growth that they've had already. I suspect that this planning process is anticipated that growth is going to continue, so that after phase 1 is done, there's going to be some immediate work on phase 2. All that spells great opportunity for this city. And speaking of the city, our challenge obviously is to provide the quality of life that makes this city a beautiful place to attract the type of talent that's going to make Bank of the Ozarks successful. And so we work very hard in the city to provide those quality of life amenities. That's part of my job, is not only create a good economic environment, but also one where people want to live, to raise their family and to grow old, and to have a wonderful experience in this great city. And so we will continue to do that. And George, every way that we can help your employees as they acclimate to our city is something that I am committed to help you with. So thank you so much for this wonderful announcement, this great announcement of a corporate headquarters out of the 9 states. I know there's probably going to be more states in the future. We are very excited to be the location for your national headquarters. Thank you.
With that, are there any questions? Well, with that, I think we will call it a celebration. Congratulations, George.
Thank you so much.